The situation continues to develop in New York, and as we learn more about yesterday's attack, we're bringing in international relations expert Yvonne Davis to dig a little bit deeper into what we know so far. First off, we got to talk about the suspect, Sayfullah Saipov. Police know that he pledged allegiance to ISIS. They found handwritten notes in Arabic in his vehicle. He is not a U.S. citizen. Now, how is this going to affect the president's travel ban?
Well, this is going to President Trump issued to the Department of Homeland Security to implement the process of extreme vetting, to move it along right away. And so that extreme vetting process, because of what happened yesterday, the move is to go into effect sooner rather than later. So any of the background checks for immigrants or coming to the United States of America will go through even more severe, perhaps more draconian background checks to make sure there isn't any ties to any type of militant or Islamic fundamentalist groups.
Now, Saifov's country of origin, Uzbekistan, how does that relate to ISIS? What has ISIS's involvement been like in that country?
Well, ISIS, there's an organization, a terrorist organization called the Islamic Movement of Uzbekistan, which started in 1998. In 2015, they pledged their allegiance to ISIS. So about 1,500 Uzbekistanis went to Iraq and Syria and fought the war with ISIS. And so that is where that comes from. And so that movement, and in that whole region, a former Soviet republic, and all in the Caucasus region, the Chechen region, that is racked with a lot of terrorism. So it's not a surprise, but the U.S. Department of State has not paid as close attention to the activity in Uzbekistan as it has in other situations in North Africa and the Middle East. And so that is a challenge right there. There's been at least 5 other terrorist incidents that involve persons from Uzbekistan. 2 involved assassination attempts or assassination attempts on President Obama, which one person is serving 15 years in prison, and there's another famous Coney Island incident that's going on right now. So there are situations right there. The question becomes, is the terrorist, has he traveled back to Uzbekistan? Has he gone to Syria? It appears right now he's a lone wolf, but we will have to see.
And I do want to point out before we go, you do have extreme experience, and you lived and worked in this region.
Well, I worked in Uzbekistan. Yes. I worked in Uzbekistan all over the country under President George W. Bush, promoting public diplomacy. It's a beautiful country, but as terrorism after 9/11 under President Bush, the administration started to pay more attention to what was going on in Uzbekistan. And so therefore, some of us had the opportunity to go into the region to foster better relations, communication skills, etc. So that was the soft diplomacy side. But we now see what happened yesterday, which is the second most serious terrorist attack since 9/11 in New York, that this has to all change now.
Absolutely. Well, Yvonne, we do appreciate your time and coming in to speak with us and our viewers. Thanks so much. Tim, back to you.